How are you, students? Okay, all the way from Pushkar, a distant place from this very studio. And how was the travel?
This was chilling.
So did you enjoy the travel today morning?
Yes, sir.
You must have left quite early today, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's very nice. So how are you feeling inside this very room now, and we are in this interactive class?
We are feeling.
Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it was actually cold outside, I understand. But okay, I think it is better now. You're feeling warm now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's very nice. So I hope that we'll enjoy today's interaction with you people. And yes, today's topic, a very important topic, and as it has already been announced that it's writing skills, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me, dear students, how do you feel when it comes to writing? If somebody asks you to write something, what I understand is that, okay, reading, I feel it's quite comfortable. The listening, okay, we can do it. And this speaking, okay, broken here and there, we can manage. When it comes to writing, what do you...
Difficult, sir. Very difficult.
Oh, one voice. Is it difficult?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I understand. You know why? Why the single answer? All of you speaking, sir, it is difficult. Because this is the problem with all of us, that most of the times what we have been doing is that students are mostly writing for the exams. Exactly. Students are writing preferably for their teachers. You have never thought that, okay, writing can be some other affair. It's a public affair. We can write anything. And everywhere there is a chance to write. And let us try to do that today so that we remove these inhibitions of getting scared when it comes to face a blank paper. So what is writing simply? It is putting your thoughts, communicating your thoughts through
Part
language.
of communication.
That's very simple. Communicating your thoughts, your ideas, whatever is in your brain, you communicate that through a medium, through language. That's writing. Okay? Yes. Now, before going to a thorough kind of process, we will follow a particular process, and I hope that we will come up with a wonderful piece of writing here today. But prior to that, I'll tell you that there are different styles, there are different kinds, there are different types of writings. Okay, I would like to go through that quickly. For example, we have expository kind of writing. Okay? You should keep these things in mind. We will go through this, and then we will come to the second part of our lesson. That is, I will tell you how to develop writing over here. We'll go through different processes, and we will come up with a wonderful piece of writing here, inshallah. So, the first style, or the first maybe one kind of writing. Maybe you will find books, they show that there are 6, there are 8. But what I have, after going through this area of writing, what I have come to understand is that there are basically 4 important kinds of writing. At least our students in class 9th, 10th, and I hope that students of class 11th and 12th, definitely they are watching right from their home. I really request their parents also that they should watch today's class, and because we'll be we'll be doing something very important here, and they will come to know that what are the different kinds of writing. For example, I said it is expository. Yes, what comes in expository writing is very simple. It is explaining things in process. It is giving facts, figures, defining and classifying things in a logical order. For example, where do we use expository writing? We mostly your textbooks, some recipes, cooking recipes and all that, news stories in newspapers, all the news stories, except opinions given by people, or those editorial pages. They are not expository writing, but rest, reports, etc., they are. So, for example, if somebody asks you how we can write through this style of expository writing, the simple answer is how to prepare a cup of tea. The instructions I hope that we have been working on this, and once we did one of the exercises on preparing a cup of tea, the instruction, taking those instructions, following them, if we put it in writing form, that's how to prepare a cup of tea. That's an expository kind of writing. Then immediately we will move to another most important genre of this kind of writing, that's descriptive writing. That is descriptive writing. And when it comes to descriptive writing, yes, it's absolutely poetic in nature, describing places in detail. Places, people, objects, events, situations, and visualizing. Through descriptive writing, what we do, we visualize. Yes, what is seen, what is heard, what is felt, what is smelt. Okay? These are some of the imperatives. So, where do you find? See, all the kinds of these writings, whatever comes to your examination, or wherever you feel to write, they will come under these 4 headings. For example, if you want to write poetry, descriptive writing is the best.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you want to write journals, if you want to write your daily diary, yeah, exactly. Or writing about nature and all that. For example, if I take this cell phone, I want to describe this cell phone. I'll just begin like this. Oh, unexpectedly, this cell phone has a long screen, a big screen, but it's very light. It's very light. It's made of aluminum, glass, and stainless steel. Okay? The casing is gray, this golden gray, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
all those words that I used, I tried to very clearly describe the cell phone.
Cell phone.
By the way, if I had used one of the words, this cell phone is very attractive and it has a market value and like that, so that means I was trying to use some other kind of writing, for example, persuasive. We'll come to that, but I didn't use that. I exclusively tried to describe, yes, the cell phone. That's descriptive kind of writing. Then, if we move to narrative, one of the important kinds of writing is narrative. It is telling stories, events, happenings, character, dialogues are there. Okay? It has beginning, middle, and end. Okay? There are actions full of disputes and conflicts.
Yes.
Right? So, for example, very simple terms, novels, short stories, poetry. You can try your hand there as well. So, example, any story from your textbook, you know, that is story, particularly story type, that can be narrative writing. Then we come to persuasive, which is mostly used, I think you find it everywhere, particularly used in advertisements. And it is, in other words, this means reasoning, speaking for and against, arguing, taking stands, urging someone to agree with you. So, calling someone to come in action. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For use, our opinions in newspapers, editorials, advertisements, review books, music, movies. So that way we can go to persuasive writing. Now, two important points that we should keep in mind.
Okay.
That's coherence and cohesion. While writing anything, any paragraph, these two important linguistic techniques, one is actually related to our thought process, another is related to linguistic skills. For example, if you go to coherence, it's nothing that you will find a word that this is coherence. No, it is the logical thought that you think. It is the organization of a particular writing that you make through a logical kind of, you sequence it in a particular way. We'll come to that more precisely when we will go to the writing task. Then yes, cohesion. It's very important again, and this is actually about linguistic devices, connectors, or what else you call them? Linkers. Right? So there are so many of them for addition, for contrast, for compare, for scans, for examples, for consequence, for certainty, condition, summary, reason. For example, also again in addition to, because, since, owing to, there are so many. You have these in your books. Now this is the most important area which I want to focus on now for next 1 or 2 minutes. What I have observed in examinations, when you students come and sit in examinations, or maybe you are asked to write a particular kind of writing. For that matter, if it is an essay, you write it, okay, that's fine. But unfortunately, you don't follow a particular format.
Yes, sir.
You got my point?
Yes, sir.
And most of the times you find that, okay, you expect that, okay, we will be given some, if there are 7 marks, the evaluator, or the person who is evaluating my paper, he will give me 7. But he doesn't only see your writing, what you have written. He also concentrates on the format that you have followed. Whether it's a letter, it's a poster, it's an email, it's a report, whatever it is. It has a particular format. So unless and until you follow that format, you are missing the mark. So please be careful while you are writing a particular kind of writing. So dear students, the first standard form of writing an essay, right? Yes. Even essay has a format. For example, in the first paragraph, it has 5 paragraphs. It has 5 paragraphs. The first paragraph has introduction, then you can have 4 lines, okay?
Yes, sir.
Supporting your introduction. Then begins the body. In body, again you have 3 different paragraphs. And each paragraph has a topic sentence followed by 2 sentences. Paragraph number 2 followed by 2 sentences. Paragraph number 3 followed by 2 sentences. And then conclusion, again a topic sentence with 4 sentences that gives the whole review of the rest of the essay what you have written. Now coming down to formal letter. Writing formal letters. Writing formal letters. So how do you write formal letters? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 points that should be kept in mind while you are writing a letter. For example, immediately at the beginning it is sender's address, then it is date, that is receiver's address, subject, salutation, greeting, body of the letter, 3 or 4 lines, ending, and finally the complimentary subscription. You got my point?
Yes,
so that's letter writing. And moving next to this is, this is report writing. You got a point?
Yes,
and report writing, for example, it has headline, it has byline where it is the name of the author, then it is place line where you write where from you are writing it, then it is lead. In reports you have lead. In lead should catch the reader's interest. Most important information is given in the lead items, and it definitely answers 5 W's. That means 5 WH questions: where, who, which, what, when, right? Okay, then notes. Coming down to notes again, it has the first point, that's name of the place, then the title, notes itself, then what you are writing there, then what is the date of issue. In body you have 3 important points: event, date of event, time of venue, then finally name of the authorized authority who has to sign that this notes, and finally his designation. Is he a secretary of the school or is it someone else?
Sir, before you proceed,
Yes, please.
yeah, I would like to know that should we focus on form or meaning while writing?
Absolutely, that's a wonderful question and very much related to the topic. Should we focus on form or meaning? See, if we focus on form, let me put it like this way, and there's a famous idiom, I will use it here, that it is putting the horse in front of the cart, or putting the cart in front of the horse. Because actually students are way. Let us try to say something. Later on we can correct that. So form means grammar. If you are, before speaking anything, you start correcting yourself or you start learning grammar, that's not going to work. For communication, for improving language, let you say something. Communicate. Later on, when you are able to communicate, somewhere when you get some kind of confidence, okay, I will come up with the inhibitions or those effective filters of correcting the language. So first comes meaning, that's followed by the form. Later on, form will come itself. Okay? Sense. Okay. Now, see, this is informal letter writing. Here you have the address, okay? Then date, dear father, you write something, and this is the body, subscription and writer's address. Now, we come to email. Now, very common. Presently, we are writing mails here and there. So in email, we have date, then to whom you are writing it, his address, then CC.
Sir,
Yes,
what do you
please.
mean by CC?
Yes?
What do you mean by CC?
Oh, nice, fine. So CC stands for carbon copy. CC stands for?
Carbon copy.
It means, if for example, what's your name?
Tehneet.
Tahneet. If Tahneet wants to write an email to his teacher, for example, say Gulzar sir, right? Yes, and she at the same time wants to send, I'm a teacher, and she wants to send the same email to the headmaster of the institute. So she can put headmaster's address here and my address in 2 columns. That means the same email will go to me, and at the same time it will go to the headmaster. You got my point? So that's carbon copy of the same email. Then comes BCC. Now I definitely...
Yes, some we have seen it on our smartphones and laptops or computers, but some we didn't notice what is it. So can you tell what is it?
Nice. Fine. That's very good. So it is blind carbon copy. It is blind
Carbon copy.
Yes. Now, what does that mean, blind carbon copy? It is, again, if a student or someone wants to send a mail to some friend, but at the same time he wants to inform others that I have sent a mail to a particular person. But this time he tries to conceal, hide things. That Mr. A should not know that a mail has also gone to Mr. B. So that way, at that time, he should not send it on CC. He should write the addresses whom he is also wanting to send the same on BC. That is blind carbon copy, so that the people who will receive the mail will not be aware that some other person has also received the same mail. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Then we put subject, the important thing, why we are writing the email.
Email.
2 or 3 words, okay?
Yes, sir.
Then greetings, dear sir, dear madam, whatever it is. Then there's body, ending, subscription, name and designation. Then this is send button, or if you want to send it later, then save button, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, a very important point that we will go through today. Let us stop here at the mail.
Yes.
And concentrate on one of the important things. See, whatever you write, whatever I have shown you, believe me, everywhere you have to write a paragraph.
Paragraph.
You have to write a
Paragraph.
And so let us try and focus how to write a
Paragraph.
Let us see how to write a paragraph. Let us write an email. But actually, we will write a paragraph that will be in the email. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
And today, while writing paragraph, we will follow a method called power method.
Power method.
In other words, power writing process. Okay? It's one of the shortest activity where you can quickly write, complete writing task. For example, you can ask me a question. For example, what's power?
Yes, sir.
But I'm sure that in last few days we have been talking to each other, and I know that I have mentioned this power most of the times in front of you. Can somebody among you tell me? Oh, so many hands going up. Okay, is it an abbreviation or is it a word where we need meaning? Just tell me. What is power?
P,
Okay.
P stands for preparation, O stands for organization.
Okay, thank you. That means, yes, Minhaj, that means it's an abbreviation. It's an abbreviation. Okay, now one by one. What is P?
Preparation,
Preparation of ideas.
Preparation. Okay, now what is O?
Organization.
Okay, nice, मैं लिखता हूँ. Organization is also okay. Oh, then?
W,
W.
Okay, what is W?
Writing.
Oh my God, that's fine. Right, and then what is E?
Evaluate.
Evaluation.
Evaluation.
Excellent. And what is R?
review,
Rewrite.
Okay, it is
Rewriting.
review or rewriting. Okay?
Yes,
or
sir.
redrafting. Fine. Now, immediately, let us follow these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us follow these 5 steps and try to come up with writing. Will you come along with me?
Yes,
Will
sir.
you love to come to and write something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. So, what is P? P, preparation. It means, can you simplify it? I want from, I will hear. Yes, that boy. Please give the mic to that chap. Yes, what is P, dear? Can you preparation?
Mindstorming.
Oh, that's fine. It's mindstorming. Okay, we can say brainstorming also. It is brainstorming. What else can we call it?
Mind mapping.
Fine, mind mapping. Fine. And what else can we call it? Can somebody else add one more word?
Collecting of ideas.
Collecting of ideas. Fine. So let us start it from here. Okay, fine. Let me rub other words. Let us try to brainstorm or mind map or collect ideas. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because you began it and you will conclude it. Okay, dear friends, let me create a situation. For example, quickly, suppose you have purchased something online. Okay? You purchased something online, but you are not happy now. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, I ask you to write an email to the website at the owners, whosoever they are, asking them that I have purchased a particular item, but there is some problem with it. You are not happy.
Yes, sir.
Write them what do you want, what they should do for you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Let us, this is the problem in front of us. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Let us try collectively to find a solution to this problem, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what will be the first thing? Let us see online. The concept came here online. Let us see what can we buy online, okay?
Yes, sir.
You starve your brain. You think for a while, 1 or 2 seconds, come up with the ideas and tell me what can you buy online. Yes, please.
So computer.
Please, one by one. Let us go to the
Laptops.
girl. Okay, let us start. It is laptops. What else?
Clothes,
Clothes.
Clothes,
furniture,
Cell phones.
computers,
all the gadgets.
bicycles. Oh, sorry.
Anything.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is. Yes, yes, yes. That's wonderful. Because we don't have space, I'm sorry, I cannot take all the ideas. But I know this is the big difference. See, I will tell you here a very important point to all of you. Let's see, writing and thinking, there are two different things. That's why it is difficult. When you asked me the question in the beginning, so writing is difficult. Writing and thinking, they are two different things. Because our mind, our brain, it thinks. Sometimes it is here in the hall, and in the very next moment it will be on the road. And on the next moment it will be on the hill station. Because it is free to think anything, anywhere in the world. But writing is not that. Writing is completely logical. It must have some sequence.
Exactly.
It has some logical beginning, ending,
Excuse me,
middle,
sir.
and yes, please.
What is the difference between study skills and writing skills?
Oh my God. Okay, fine. So, writing skills and study skills. Definitely these are two different skills. When it comes to writing skills, it is simply what we are doing here. Writing anything, maybe a letter, whatever it is. But study skills altogether different. Here we need gathering of information, retention of information, perception. It is, study skills can be, dear son, study skills can be used for any other subject. For mathematics, you need study skills. For any other subject, you need study. But exclusively, writing skills are used here in the writing, right? In study skills, simply retention, perception, gathering of information, okay? And then using it for the later time. Okay, coming back immediately to this. Let us select. See, we have come up with so many ideas. Let us go specific now. Let us concentrate on one idea. Where do you like to focus?
Computer.
Okay, dear. Let us go to computers. Okay. So let us say, suppose computers. Okay, in some computers, what can we buy? What is the chance?
Monitor. CPU.
Okay, we can go for keyboard. We can go for mouse. We can go for CPU, and we can go for monitor as well. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I think. What shall we go from here? What have you actually purchased? What would you like?
Mouse.
Okay, let us go to mouse. Let us go to mouse. Because that is easy. Let's go to mouse. Now, you purchased a mouse, and yes, in mouse, you have two important things. What is in mouse?
Right key and left key.
It has
Right key and left key.
right click and left click. Okay?
And scroll
It
wheel.
has also scroll. Good. It has also scroll wheel. It has also
Scroll wheel.
So let us say after 2 days you got this mouse. According to the problem, you have now some problem with the right click. Okay, let it be right click. So what is the problem with the right click? In 2 days, it started acting. It started acting up. It
Yes,
started
sir. Acting up.
I use the word acting up. Acting up means behaving malfunctioning or behaving erratically, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
It's a phrasal verb. I use it here. Anyway, it started acting up, and after 2 days, now it is 1 week. It has completely stopped working.
Stopped working.
Okay, that's one problem, right?
Yes, sir.
And then let's go to, because we mentioned scroll wheel.
Scroll wheel.
Let us go to scroll wheel. What has happened to scroll wheel?
Change direction.
It has? How do you know? How do you know? Just say it the wrong way. Yes? Exactly, on screen it moves here and there exactly. Okay, that you mean that it is not now functioning properly. You give one command, you want to that screen should highlight here, but it goes somewhere else. Okay, wrong direction. Nice. Okay. Now the point is, these are the problems with your mouse that you purchased. Now the point is, what will you do? There are two options available. Remember, two options are available there. What should he do? Normally we understand either refund or replace. Either refund or
Replace.
There are only two things possible: refund or replace. So I think we will go with replacement. We'll go with
Replacement.
Let us replace. Repent is not fair. Okay, but in replacement, one thing is to be done. You have to return the defective setback. Return defective one. Return defective one back. So that is the complete. Let us stop here. That is the mind map. That is the mind map. Okay, immediately come now. Now, please, I hope that you remember all these things. Let us quickly go and develop an outline. Develop an outline from this. Okay, first of all, 2 days. Okay?
Yes, sir.
This is the first point that came to our mind. So what happened? Mouse. Problem with mouse. Okay? Right button.
Acting up.
Right button. Okay, not necessary. Now 1 week. Stopped. Very good. Stopped. Now moving to this scroll wheel. Scroll wheel. Going to wrong
Direction.
directions. Fine. And then action.
Replacement.
Action. And what's the action? Replacement. Okay. Replacement. And what we will do? Return the defective page.
Defective unit.
Return defective one. Okay?
Yes, sir.
This is the second point. First it was preparation of ideas. This is your outline. This one. Let us immediately rush and try to go for the first draft. Go for the first draft. Let us go to first draft. Okay, right. Okay, dear students. Now, we will not go to these things you understand now. We will straight away come to greetings and body. Dear sir. Dear
Sir.
Okay. For example, let us start it like this. Let me help here, okay? Let me help here for the first drop because always we have capacity of time when there are online classes and it's very difficult to manage things in time, right? Yes, so, okay, I
Purchased.
Now, see, this is the way. Follow me and develop this kind of habit. For example, I am writing this to complain about a computer mouse that this is flow because here you are not, remember one thing, here you are not concerned with grammar, not concerned with punctuation, not concerned with this spelling, whatever comes. If it is wrong, don't worry. It can be wrong. Because later on we have another stage where we will go to editing or evaluation. Here you can correct things, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm writing this to complain about a computer mouse that I purchased from your, I will deliberately try to commit some mistakes here because later on I will correct that. So I will show you how to edit or evaluate things from your web page to 1 week ago. 1 week I purchased from your web page 1 week ago. Let me write. The mouse have, let me write have. The mouse have stopped working and the scroll wheel goes
Wrong direction.
gives wrong directions. GIVS gives wrong directions. Okay? Yes, next paragraph. I would appreciate if you could. Send. Could ke baad I am writing send, third form. If you could send me a replacement and I will return the defective part in the original packing. In the original packing. Regards. You will write here. Now, this is for example our first drop. Okay? First drop. Then after going through this first drop, what we are supposed to do, you will see whether I have committed any word, for example, vocabulary, wrong vocabulary. I used one word only, web page. I should have used website. That's very good. And let us go to somewhere else. I think, yes, sent. I have, yes, sir. Let us go, vocabulary I left. Now let us go to grammar. In grammar, I committed two mistakes. After could, after models, first form of verb is used by I use the third form. So sent, it should have been sent here. And yes, Sarah has pointed me. See, it is subject verb agreement. The mouse have, it is singular and should be has. It should be has. Okay? So that way, accordingly, if you have some punctuation problems, correct them here.
Yes.
You got my point?
Yes, sir.
So, if you have any other problem, correct them here and then come to the final draft. And remember one last thing. If it is an examination, you can't go all through these procedures. But this is process of writing. Practice it. Practice POWER always at home. Don't never ever start writing and this is the final draft. No, that's wrong. And remember one thing. Whenever you go for this editing, leave it there before sending it or before giving it somebody else. Come after 1 day or 2 days to this writing again. You got my point? Yes, because if you go and start just editing it here or thinking whether it is correct or incorrect, all those thoughts, they are there, they are very much there. Yes. So they won't allow you to correct the things. So come with a fresh mind after 24 hours, after 1 day, and go to this writing again. You will change major things here and there, and it will be a wonderful piece of writing, right? Yes, sir. So I hope that you will go back home. I give you two tasks. First, you go for final. I say editing, we have done it here. Yes. Revision you will do, and I hope that I will visit your school and I will see the final draft there. Okay?
Yes, sir.
With these words,
sir, excuse. I have a question actually.
Yeah, please.
I've seen so many students who are very good in reading, and they have like good command on language.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes to writing, they make so many mistakes, like in spelling and in punctuation.
Yes.
So you tell me, what are the main reasons behind this?
Exactly. That's, see, the most important thing is that, I think I have answered this question in the beginning, that we should always develop the habit of writing everything, and whenever we get a chance, write for 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever comes to your mind. That is free writing. I couldn't get some chance to talk about free and guided writing. Write freely, write your diaries, and that will give you the time, to come up to the mistakes, and you'll be able to correct your mistakes later on. So with these words, I really am thankful to all of you.